Hello again from Peckham Park in Peckham. This location here you see in the Allowance, you see Jack and Sid walking along this side of this fence here as they're about to head into the toilet, into the public toilets. Come through and I think he sort of pushes a bloke out of the way to get past them to get into the toilets through this fence, through this gateway they come. And they walk on down in this direction, round to the toilets. The fences have changed slightly since they filmed on the buses here. Now, if we carry on out and along the front of the toilets, I can't show you, get a really good like for like here because it's all fenced off now. But you may remember the scene when Anna Karen and Euphoria Joyce's characters come out of the toilets. And that would be right over in that corner there. You can see the three panels there, which you see behind Euphoria in the episode when she's telling, explaining to Olive it's all wrong about them having to pay to use the toilets. So back in this direction, if we go back, you then get Olive being a little bit naive, and you do see the bush in the background there. Those bushes that are right there on the right hand side of the shot, that's where Anna would have been standing. So when they come out of the toilets, this is all fenced off, this part of the park here. This would have been the ladies, they would have went in through these gates. Now you do see these when Jack and Sid come along and they're out talking to Jessie right here. And you do see those two trees in the background there as well, which is nice to see they're still there, the two that are really growing right close to one another. Now, you may remember back as well, Olive says, "Oh, I must go, I'll miss the bus," and Jack says, the story of Olive's life or something like that, really funny line. And she runs along in this direction, passing this fence here. Now, when Sid, Jack and Jessie, they're talking, and then they have a little discussion about what they're going to do about the women having to pay to use the toilets. They then walk off in this direction, begin to walk back to the buses which are parked. I'll show you where they were parked in a minute. You see them walk along in this direction. You've got this curved fence in the background. Now we know it's here because where about there it is that you see it. You see the edge of this tree in the background, which is still there to this day. You see the tree earlier in the episode as well. And then when they continue to walk along, you see a little bit more of the tree, and they walk off in this direction to where the buses are parked. Now it's a car park that's here now. When I was here photographing locations 3-4 years ago, it was just parkland. But even beyond that, going back to when they filmed on the buses here, it was actually a through road that was here. Now we know the buses were parked here because there's 3 trees that you can see all together on a neat line there, which you see in the background in this screenshot here. So that's where they filmed all of this. And of course when Sid and Jack are on the way to the toilet, you see them passing this tree on the way to the toilet as well, coming heading in our south to north direction. So I hope you like these filming locations.